Does something have to be true for you to believe it?
No.
And be honest, whatever you guys think. Does something have to be true for you to believe it?
No.
No.
Give me an example.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Okay.
Santa Claus,
Yeah,
that's my
that's a good
example.
one. That's a good one, yeah? So people believe in Santa Claus, but it's not true. Okay. So when it comes to the things that surround belief, what are some of the things that surround belief? Let me give you an example, right? So how do kids feel about Santa Claus?
He's like this magical figure.
So how do they feel about him?
They like
Yeah,
it,
so
positive.
that's a good one, yeah? So magical. Okay? What else? Maybe there's
Positive
love
figure.
there for him, yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe there is hope. Guy's going to give me presents.
Mm.
Okay?
Everything I need.
Yeah.
The good list and the naughty list.
So a person, like a child, believes in Santa Claus, right? And he has all these emotions around them. What do these emotions lead to?
Taking action.
Taking
and,
action.
Not taking bad action.
It leads to action and behaviors. So
Restraint.
the child will be doing something and the mum will say, you better stop that. Why? Because Santa will put you on the naughty list and you're not going to get what you want. So what does the child do? The child will change their behavior and take different action based on the belief. Now you might say to me, bruv, that's a kid. I'm not a kid. Do you think you believe things which are not true?
Yeah. Some people don't even realise. Some
You
people
believe
don't
things
realise.
that you are not true? What about you?
And if you believe it, you won't know it's not true.
Okay, so you're saying that I can or I can't believe things that are not true?
You can, it just, as an individual, you still think it's true.
Yeah, but you're believing things. So even as adults, this is not a kid's thing, because he gave a good example of Santa Claus, right? But you might think Santa Claus is like, that's his belief. He's a child. So he believes it, and that's why he behaves like that. But I'm saying, if you believe, do you believe in Santa Claus? Not actual Santa Claus, but things like Santa Claus which you think are true, but they're not true. You do? What are they?
Our own success, for example.
Huh?
Our own success.
Your own success?
You
Yeah.
might think that we're doing really well, but actually that might not be true.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I think we all have like false beliefs.
Yeah, false beliefs.
limitations.
You know, I'll give you an example, right? Okay. So put your hand up, including Jamal and Nadeem. Put your hand up if you think you're a bad driver. Any bad drivers put their hand up?
No. I drove one.
Okay,
hand.
so there's 1, 2, is Coach putting his hand up? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 8, 10 of us here, yeah? Statistically, we have to be a bad driver. If Faisal was here, we would all know it's Faisal, right? We'd just be like, Faisal, he's the basically, Faisal, when he drives, right? When I get in the car with him, my iman shoots up. Because I know that there's no way this human being can be alive without him having Allah there to protect him. And this is a dude who's had no accidents in his life. How is that possible? The guy cannot drive. Okay? But I'm saying statistically, out of all of us lot, there should be someone who's a bad driver. Okay?
I think Malik's joined.
Malik showing. Assalamu alaikum, Malik. Welcome. We can't see you on screen. I don't know if his camera's there. So, what about divorce? Put your hand up if you think you're going to be divorced. Well, I'm going to Pakistan for a month again, so that's probably me, right? I went to Pakistan in April for a month, left my wife and kids at home, and now I have to go for a wedding again. So apart from me. But you see, no one's put their hand up. What's the statistics on divorce?
56%.
50 something, 50%. And we used to say, oh no, that's non-Muslims. No, Muslims creeping in all that way now. So statistically, divorce is in this room, bro. But you see, like we believe things, we think that they're true, but a lot of the time they're not true. Okay. Can you know something's not true and believe it? Can you know that something is not true and believe it?
Yes.
Because before we were talking about, okay, well, I might not know that I'm not a good driver, right? Like no one's told me, but I believe I'm a good driver. Okay. Can I believe something and I know it's not true?
Superstitions?
So I think it's not true.
Some
No.
people do, but they're like, oh, I might as well knock on wood. Just
Okay, but why? So there's an element
in
of some
case.
level of belief, right? Otherwise, if you thought knocking on wood does nothing, like
Yeah.
for us Muslims, we would never knock on wood, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying you know it's not true and you believe it in that moment.
It's like our sins, isn't it?
What about your sins?
When you commit a sin, we know that it's not the right thing to do. We still do it.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah.
'Cause that is by
When
definition
you
a
sin, especially Muslims, like it's like you kind of know that it's not right, but you still do it.
This
The-
whole immigration thing.
Immigration. What about immigration?
Like the people who believe that it's bad.
Yes.
I think they know that that's not the real issue. The real issue is the politicians and the
You think they think
policy
that?
I think so, and they use this as like a bit of a scapegoat.
So it's a bit like, for example, politicians might know that Islam's not really evil, but I know it's going to get me into power, it's going to get me what I need, and therefore I do it. Okay, cool. What about you guys? When do you guys believe something and go full force with your emotions and actions when you know it's not true?
If it's in your favour.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes if. Sorry.
Like a family dispute or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Oh, it's going to
Yes,
land in
yeah.
your favour, you will...
I think sometimes more in my younger years, when it came to arguments.
Yes.
I know I'm wrong,
Yes.
but the argument's so far, I just have to carry on arguing.
Yes.
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of older people do it now as you get older.
Why does that happen?
Save face.
ego.
Ah, very good. It's ego.
Because I think the other.
Self-deception.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's self-deception. Okay, so the ego will do those kind of things.
Yeah.
There's another clue here of other things that you... What is that?
10.
Yeah, what is that? What is that the logo for?
Not a logo.
Don't know what that logo for? Yeah, Netflix. Netflix. So, have you ever watched a movie and felt really sad?
I think so.
Who's?
Yeah.
Red Wedding.
Red Wedding. Have you ever watched something and you felt sad?
Yeah.
You knew that was not true. In fact, some of the movies at the start, they'll say, this movie is not true, any characters relating to anything real, don't sue us.
Yeah, it's purely coincidental.
So you're watching something, it is not real. Your mind, your heart, your body, your soul, everything knows this is not real. But do your behaviors change? Does your heart feel certain things? Sometimes, like I remember when we were in college, girls they went to watch Titanic 4 times, and they cried every time they watched it. Like they actually cried real tears for Jack.
Active as well.
Yeah, of course. Right? Like they didn't believe. Like deep down, they know this is not true. This is not real. But they were still able to change what's inside and change their action and behaviors. And so if you know that there's a certain thing I can believe, even if it's not true, but it will result in what I want, then you can go for that belief. And so the whole point of me saying all this is that we keep saying, okay, beliefs are such an important part of success. And we're saying having the right beliefs is so important. But then it's like, okay, I want to achieve this, but I don't believe I can achieve it. You can choose to believe you can achieve it, or you can choose not to believe you can achieve it. Why do you choose not to believe it? Why? Why? I'm asking you guys.
I'm really sorry.
It's safer.
It's safer, yeah. It is safer. So it goes back to the ego, yeah? Why is it safer? Tell me, how is it safer?
Because it's easy. There's less friction in the other.
It's comforting.
It's comforting, yeah. It's comforting. And you know, the ego, comfort is one of the most important things for the ego. Right? Comfort, and then even higher than that is actually survival. And survival means taking less risk, hesitating. Yeah? What is the impact of always hesitating?
You don't make any decisions.
Not doing anything.
Not doing anything. Why? Because when you have fear, what does fear do? Have you ever heard that term, deer in the headlights? What is that talking about?
It's like you're scared and you can't move. You're frozen.
What does the deer
You
do?
freeze.
Yeah, the deer freezes. Like it comes, it knows that its whole survival is at risk, but it just freezes because fear freezes you. It makes you hesitate. It stops you. But in order for you to progress, you actually need to move forward. Imagine that you have a striker, right, that is always hesitating. So he's a striker, his job is to score goals, he gets 4. Every time he gets there, he hesitates. That's what an Arsenal striker looks like. If he doesn't hesitate, you know, so many times you see a cross come in, and you're like, he should have hit it first time.
Yeah.
Why? Because if he hit it first time, he would have scored. And if you don't hesitate, then you get Mo Salah. Right? So I'm saying as a striker in his job, if he hesitates, if he lets the fear hold him back, and if he freezes, his performance goes out the window. So it's the same for you guys. If you are going through something and you hesitate and you freeze, it's going to ruin everything. So it could have been that the deer was going to cross the road, and if it had just carried on crossing, it would have been safe. But because it had the fear and it froze, it died because it feared and it froze.